Jayan Mehta. He's the MD of Amul. Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Mehta. The big question I want to ask you right at the very outset, is Amul surprised, even shocked by the manner in which you now find yourself in the midst of a political battle between the Congress and the BJP in Karnataka? The reaction, the backlash to your decision to enter Bengaluru to sell milk and curd?
It's been wrongly portrayed as Amul is working against Nandini. It's never been Amul versus Nandini. It's always been Amul and Nandini together. Both as cooperatives, we are owned by the farmers. We work with the same values, mission, and the model. And together, for decades, we've been working together to build not just our respective states, but India also is the largest producer of milk in the world. So the backlash from the customers, also from the...
Then how...
Sorry.
Then how do you explain the backlash? How do you explain the hashtags go back Amul, save Nandini? How do you explain it? How do you explain the fact that you find yourself, as I said, in the midst of a very acrimonious political battle? You're being accused in a way of entering Karnataka to finish Nandini according to the Congress.
So it's actually wrong information being spread for Amul, as well as the relationship we enjoy with Nandini, and that's what has caused all this. But that's why if we can talk about the facts about the relationship we enjoy and the cooperation we've been doing, actually it will solve most of the problems. Fact number one, our entry into Karnataka fresh milk market is not new. In North Karnataka, Hubli, Belgaum, we've been selling Amul milk and dahi and buttermilk since 2015-16. So the entry into Bangalore only with a limited purpose of selling our products at our prices only through e-commerce channel can actually do nothing to Nandini. And the managing director of Nandini also has admitted that Amul cannot make any dent in Nandini's business in the Bangalore market. Second, Amul continues to make ice creams using Karnataka, Nandini's milk, using their plants and facilities. And we've been doing this since 1998. Yesterday also 30,000 liters of ice cream was packed at 3 of their plants and sold in Karnataka and rest of South India. So this is what a relationship we enjoy of working together. Not only on this, during COVID 2021, when there was huge glut of milk, no demand of milk and dairy products, we processed almost 2 lakh equivalent of milk into cheese at their factories there in Karnataka, and we bought that cheese and used it for us. I can talk about number of instances in which we both as cooperatives have been working closely with each other for the benefit of the farmers of Karnataka, and I'm sure we'll continue to do so in future. I cannot comment on the criticism because those people who are trolling us or participating in these hashtag movements are perhaps our customers, if not currently, the potential ones. So I'll not get into that space of the debate which is happening, but we as Amul are very clear that as a cooperative, we will never ever think of hurting the farmers of Karnataka, of Nandini as a brand, and together, two cooperatives brand will keep the private and the multinationals out.
I think the concern there, Mr. Mehta, is that there is a speculation that the Karnataka Milk Federation and the cooperatives there could be merged at some stage with Amul. And this is based on what the Corporation Minister, also Home Minister Amit Shah, had said in October 2022. He said in Guwahati, the process to form a multi-state cooperative society by merging Amul and 5 other cooperative societies has been started. Now, this has led some to believe that an Amul-Nandini merger could be an offshoot of this announcement.
Sir, we are both cooperative societies registered under our respective state cooperative acts. So there is no question of merger of these two cooperatives per se. Talking about this statement of the new multi-state cooperative societies, sir, I'm happy to say that there are 3 new multi-state cooperatives which have been set up recently. There is one multi-state cooperative on exports, the another is multi-state cooperative on organics, and the third is on seeds. And I'm happy that Amul, along with 4 or 5 other top cooperatives of the country, IFCO, CRIPCO, NCDC, NAFED, NDDB, National Consumer Cooperative Federation, all between 6-7 of us, we are incubating these 3 new multi-state cooperatives. So any product, any cooperative makes in India, this new one multi-state cooperative will export it across the world. The second is on organics, means any organic producer in the country, as an individual or as a cooperative, whatever products he makes, this another multi-state cooperative of organics will find a market for the same, and that marketing job will be done by us at Amul. And third, any farmer across any village of the country wants a certified seed, the new multi-state cooperative on seeds will provide that. So what Honorable Home Minister said is actually being translated into these three new multi-state cooperative societies promoted by Amul and few others, and that has already taken shape. So that's where we are currently. Amul continues to exist independently as much as Nandini does, and will continue to do so. But these new multi-state cooperatives in which we are promoters and shareholders will invite membership from across the country, and together these new cooperatives will work for the betterment of our farmers. If you heard the Honorable Finance Minister in the last budget speech, she said very clearly that cooperative has been identified as a tool of development for small and marginal section. So there is a huge tailwind for the cooperative sector with the support given across all, and these new three cooperatives also will take this movement further. And one more thing, sir, I may add, since we are discussing this, in India, over the last 50 years, India has about 2 lakh village dairy cooperative societies out of the 7 lakh villages. And in the next 5 years, another 2 lakh village dairy cooperative societies will be formed. So what happened in the last 50 years will happen in the next 5 years. And you can see the great boost the cooperative sector will get. And all the farmers associated, be it agriculture or dairying, will get a huge benefit out of this movement.
But you said at the very outset you want to collaborate in a way with Nandini. This is not competition. But when you enter the Bengaluru market to sell milk and curd, you will presumably be competing with them. There will be differences in price. Nandini's price is much lower. But effectively, is Amul saying we will enter markets across the country? There is no space for protectionism, and we will compete with local brands. Am I correct? That you are effectively, why not accept that you are competing with a local brand, and there is enough space for both?
Yes, exactly. I mean, that's why we are there. I mean, you can see the Taste of India logo behind me, and Amul Doodh Pita hai India is a phrase which the whole country resonates with. The point here is that if you are competing, see, typically in Bombay, Delhi, all milk brands sell milk at almost the same price. In Karnataka, that option is not available. And that's why we chose the e-commerce route, that people who want to try Amul products will find it through this niche. So it's a niche launch, niche marketing effort, but just to get a presence in that market. It's not a foothold, it's not to gain market share. The volume strategy has never been a part of this. So it's a very, very simple marketing mix that we used, using the pricing that is prevalent in rest of the country, no undercutting of the existing brands, using a niche distribution channel, not using mass media to promote the product, and just trying to meet the niche requirement of the market. I mean, so if Amul products are available in 50 countries around the world, every single state of the country, all the butter cheese has been sold in Karnataka for last 50 years. I mean, fresh milk also will find its own small space. I mean, and we don't have huge ambitions on that per se.
So given what you're saying, and given what the kind of political reaction, you're confident of entering Karnataka irrespective of whether the government changes a month from now. Am I correct that Amul is not going to back off? That you're going to continue to enter Karnataka in the manner that you've spelt out, irrespective of whatever happens in next month's election?
Yes, of course, because the Honorable Chief Minister himself said that Amul is welcoming to Karnataka, and Nandini also accepts that Amul is not going to hurt it anyway. So, I mean, our intentions are fair. Our activities of aligning with Karnataka Milk Federation and its farmers are very, very transparent and very positive. And obviously, the same relationship will continue. And obviously, Amul products will be available to the citizens of Bangalore and other markets of North Karnataka, where we've been selling since 2015. We'll continue this relationship.
Even if there is a Congress government, because it is the Congress government that is claiming this is a hostile entry. So even if there is a Congress government next month in Karnataka, you believe that Amul will continue to spread in Karnataka and will be there along with Nandini?
I cannot talk about the election results or the political environment, but fact remains that every single state of the country, irrespective of whatever government is there, Amul continues to exist and coexist with the respective brands of the respective states. So I see no reason in saying that irrespective of whatever happens, Amul will be there to serve the interests of the consumers of Karnataka and the farmers of the Karnataka state.
Okay, Mr. Mehta, I appreciate your joining us and setting the record straight there on Amul's position on its entry into Karnataka. Thank you so much for joining us here on India.
Thanks so much for that. Thanks.
Breaking news just coming in. Ishwarappa has said, and I quote, people of Karnataka have asked BJP to govern but has not given full majority by giving more importance to party activities. And with the intention of bringing BJP to power with majority, I have decided to not contest electoral polls and I have written this letter, unquote. Meanwhile, protests in Shivamogga after Ishwarappa resigned from active politics. So this is drama that is going on in Karnataka. Big political story coming in right there. Ishwarappa has said, and I quote, people of Karnataka have asked the Bharatiya Janata Party to govern but have not given them full majority by giving more importance to party activities and with the intent of bringing BJP to power with majority. I have decided to not contest electoral polls and I have written this letter. Meanwhile, we also have protests in Shivamogga after Ishwarappa resigned from active politics. We brought you that story earlier as well. We're getting a reaction from Ishwarappa. Listen in.
ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅದರ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಬಹುಮತ ನಮಗೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ತನಕ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಪಕ್ಷದ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಒತ್ತನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಇಡೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಬಹುಮತದ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ತರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದೇ ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ನಾನು ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೆ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧಿಸಬಾರದು ಅಂತ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಪತ್ರವನ್ನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ತುಂಬ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅದರ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಬಹುಮತ ನಮಗೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ತನಕ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಪಕ್ಷದ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಒತ್ತನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಇಡೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಬಹುಮತದ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ತರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದೇ ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ನಾನು ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೆ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧಿಸಬಾರದು ಅಂತ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಪತ್ರವನ್ನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ತುಂಬ
All right, there's a lot of drama going on in Karnataka. Ishwara speaking out his first up reaction after his resignation, and not just resignation, he's also resigned from active politics. He has spoken out. That first up reaction was there for you to hear. Ishwarappa going on to say that they will work towards full majority. Big breaking news coming in. There are also protests in Shivamogga after Ishwarappa resigned from active politics. The supporters of Ishwarappa set tires ablaze. On the right side of your screens, you can see the supporters setting tires ablaze right there. And his first up reaction was played out by us right here on India Today. He goes on to say, we're going to be working towards full majority. He says people of Karnataka have asked BJP to govern but have not given them full majority by giving more importance to the party activities and with intent of bringing the BJP to power with majority. He goes on to say, I've decided to not contest electoral polls and have written this letter. Anagha is joining us live for the very latest. Anagha, how do you read this particular big statement coming in from Ishwarappa, his first up reaction after stepping down from active politics, in fact?
Yes, Chaiti. So, K.S. Ishwarappa has made this big announcement that he will not be contesting in electoral politics, but he also made a statement that for, in order to give importance to parties' internal activities, he will be stepping down from the electoral politics. But, it's also very interesting to note that it is the same K.S. Ishwarappa who had denied to go to the winter assembly session in Belagavi because he was not inducted into the cabinet despite being given clean chit. So, the same former minister now stepping down from electoral politics, saying that he wants to bring BJP back to power. It really looks like internally he's not so happy with it, and he's also gone on to add that he has written a letter to Nadda, keeping the well-being of BJP in mind. He wants to bring big majority to the BJP party, and a decision on who will contest from Shivamogga, where he's currently the MLA from, will also be taken from this, from the CEC. Now, as he was making this big announcement, massive protest also erupted outside K.S. Ishwarappa's residence. Remember, he's one of the oldest Neta in BJP party, and he's arguably the biggest Kuruba leader in BJP. So, he was also a former deputy chief minister. So, a leader, such a tall leader now stepping down, saying that he wants to withdraw from electoral polls, having such high followers. Even a massive protest has erupted outside with burning of tires outside K.S. Ishwarappa's residence in Shivamogga. He has stepped down from electoral politics. It all started when exactly the same time last year he was embroiled in a scandal regarding abetment to suicide of Udupi-based contractor Santosh Patil. Shortly after that, he also resigned from the cabinet. He was no longer a minister. All that unfolded, and now for the assembly elections, he has made a big statement saying that he is not going to be running for the elections this time.
Okay, absolutely. Thanks, Sanaka, for joining us with the very latest details. With less than a month left for the assembly polls, the BJP and Congress are busy finalizing their candidates. BJP is yet to release the first list of candidates. Even after Prime Minister Modi chaired a CC meeting on Sunday, BJP has gone back to the drawing room to redo the list. Union Home Minister Amit Shah is going to be looking at the list today. Chief Minister Bomai claims the High Command was collecting ground information on various constituencies. The new candidates in the list might be released today. Union Minister Prahlad Joshi is being extremely cautious with the list, and there was no confusion within the party. Meanwhile, the Congress has taken a pot shot at BJP as well for being indecisive.
ഐക്യജനാധിപത്യ മുന്നണിയുടെ പ്രിയങ്കരായ നേതാക്കന്മാരെ സാംസ്കാരിക സാഹിത്യ മേഖലകളിൽ നിന്ന് ഈ വേദിയെ ധന്യമാക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി കടന്നു വന്നിരിക്കുന്ന പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട സഹോദരങ്ങളെ, നിങ്ങളുടെ മുന്നിൽ വന്ന് നിൽക്കുന്നതിൽ ഞാൻ അതീവ സന്തുഷ്ടയാണ് എന്ന് പറയാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു.
Yet it is also a very emotional visit that my brother and I are making to Wayanad.
ഈ മണ്ണിലേക്കുള്ള വരവ് അത് വികാരപരമായ ഒരു അനുഭവമാണ് ഞാനും എന്റെ സഹോദരനും അനുഭവിക്കുന്നത് എന്ന് ഇവിടെ പറയാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു.
Yesterday I was packing up his furniture from his house to put it in a store until we find a new place for him to stay.
ഞാൻ ഇന്നലെ തുഗ്ലക് ലൈനിലെ എന്റെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട സഹോദരന്റെ വീട്ടിൽ നിന്ന് അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ സാധന സാമഗ്രികൾ അത് മടക്കി വെക്കുകയായിരുന്നു. അതൊരു പുതിയ സ്ഥലത്തേക്ക് മാറ്റേണ്ടതുണ്ട് എന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം.
I was looking at the storeroom, putting all the cardboard boxes one on top of the other, and I was thinking to myself that a few years ago I also had to move my home. I had my children to help me, my husband helped me, I have a family of my own. And I was thinking my brother doesn't have his own children, his own wife and family to help him, even though he has the rest of us.
ഏതാനും വർഷങ്ങൾക്ക് മുമ്പ് എനിക്കും ഇതുപോലൊരു അനുഭവം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ താമസിച്ച സ്ഥലത്ത് നിന്ന് ഞാൻ മാറി താമസിക്കേണ്ടി വന്നു. അന്ന് സാധന സാമഗ്രികൾ എടുത്തു വെക്കാൻ എനിക്ക് എന്റെ കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങളുടെ സഹായം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എന്റെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട ഭർത്താവ് എന്നോടൊപ്പം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. രാഹുലിന്റെ വീട്ടിൽ ഞാൻ ഈ സാധന സാമഗ്രികൾ അടക്കി വെക്കുമ്പോ, ചെറിയ കാർഡ്ബോർഡ് പെട്ടികളും ചെറിയ ബോക്സുകളും ഒക്കെ ഞാൻ എടുത്തു വെക്കുമ്പോ ഞാൻ ഓർക്കുകയായിരുന്നു, അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് പത്നിയില്ല, അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് സ്വന്തം കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങളില്ല. ഞങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പോലും സ്വന്തം ഭാര്യയും പത്നിയും ഈ സാധന സാമഗ്രികൾ അടക്കി വെക്കാൻ അദ്ദേഹത്തോടൊപ്പമില്ലല്ലോ എന്ന് സാന്ദർഭികമായി ഞാൻ ഓർക്കുകയുണ്ടായി.
I went to his room, everything was packed, only the 2 sofas were left. He was sitting there alone. I said to him, tomorrow we are going to Wayanad.
ഞാൻ അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ റൂമിലേക്ക് കടന്നു ചെന്നു. അവിടുന്ന് സാധന സാമഗ്രികളെല്ലാം മാറ്റാൻ അവിടെ റെഡിയാക്കി വെച്ചിരിക്കുകയായിരുന്നു. 2 സോഫ ഒഴികെ മറ്റതെല്ലാം അടക്കി വെച്ചിരുന്നു. അദ്ദേഹം ഏകനായി ആ മുറിയിൽ ഇരിക്കുന്നത് ഞാൻ കണ്ടു. ഞാൻ അദ്ദേഹത്തോട് ചോദിച്ചു, നാളെ നിങ്ങൾ വയനാടിന്റെ മണ്ണിലേക്ക് പോവുകയല്ലേ എന്ന് അദ്ദേഹത്തോട് ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചു.
I said, I'm not very good at speaking in English, making speeches. So I looked at him. He answered me, don't worry. Speaking in Wayanad is the easiest. All you have to do is talk to them as if